This is a story of how everything is connected. When you look outside, the birds, the trees, rivers, and streams, everything works together to create one perfect system. And it only works in the right way if all of the parts of the system are there to contribute. When something is taken away from the delicate system, everything breaks down. This is what happened in Yellowstone. When people were settling and ranching in the West back in the late 1800s, wolves posed a threat to the well-being of the livestock. Introducing a vast number of new species, like cows and sheep, created an entirely new diet for these wolves. People didn't want the wolves around, so they killed just about all of them. Between 1914 and 1926, 136 wolves were killed in the park. By the 1940s, wolf packs were rarely reported. By the mid-1900s, wolves had been almost entirely eliminated from the 48 states. In the 60s and 70s, national awareness of environmental issues and consequences led to the passage of many laws designed to correct the mistakes of the past and help prevent similar mistakes in the future. One such law was the Endangered Species Act. This law states that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service must restore the endangered species that have been eliminated. Because of this, they decided to reintroduce wolves back into Yellowstone. In the process of rewilding, there were very profound impacts on the environment. The deer population had been growing without predators for more than 70 years. Those deer grazed the area to almost nothing in the park. When the wolves were reintroduced, even though they were few in number, they changed the behavior of the deer. They would avoid the places where they could be trapped, like low valleys and gorges. When the deer left these places, the ecosystem immediately regenerated. Forests grew back where bare valleys were. When the flora came back, birds re-entered the area. The number of songbirds and migratory birds quickly grew. Now that there were more trees, beavers came to eat these trees and build dams. These dams provide habitat for otters, ducks, muskrats, and fish. The wolves also killed many of the overpopulated coyotes, which made room for more foxes, mice, and rabbits. And because of this, more hawks, eagles, weasels, and badgers came in to feed on these animals. By reintroducing wolves, Yellowstone Park became incredibly biodiverse. And here's where it gets interesting. The wolves changed the behavior of the rivers. They became less sporadic and more fixed in their course. The regenerated forests stabilized the rivers, so the banks wouldn't collapse as often. And the wolves, though small in number, not only changed the ecosystem of the park, but they also changed the geography of the land. Clearly, reintroducing wolves into an ecosystem is a benefit for all. And it's not just wolves. Reintroducing the top predator into an environment can have beneficial impacts for all of the species. We must try our best to put these species that we have eliminated back into their environments and create a world where all beings have their place on this earth, not just humans. And when we can learn to live with these animals, the world will be a better place.